Hello friends, welcome to Scrutiny weekly Karnataka current affairs. So in this video, we'll be going to discuss about the various current events happened in the second week of May month. So starting with the first important issue which happened in the May second week is the Karnataka state government has decided to set up various committees. So set up the committee to look into the various agenda or various objective have been set up for these commissions. We look into the what is the objective of this commission, why it has been set up. So firstly is the commission headed by Bhakta Vatsala. So a commission has been established and it will be headed by Honorable retired High Court Judge Shri Bhakta Vatsala, which look into the political representation, in rural and urban local bodies. So recently the Supreme Court has given a verdict saying that reservation of the OBC persons, political representation of OBCs, other backward classes, representation of OBC has to be implemented in the various local bodies, that is rural local bodies and the urban local bodies, not in a haphazard manner or not in a discretionary of the respective state governments, but it has to be thoroughly properly studied. Hence you need to set up a commission and need to properly study the ground reality, how much backward the community are there with regard to the political representation, how backward they are with regard to the social backwardness, economic backwardness, and also the other criteria should be taken into account before you bring in the OBC reservation category or percentage and all that nitty-gritties. Before you bring in these, you should set up a commission. The commission should give the report. Based on that only you can fix the reservation seats. So that was the observation made by the Supreme Court. Based on that, the Karnataka state government has decided to set up a commission to study the OBC backwardness in the various rural and other areas and to give a report saying that how much percentage of reservation should be made for the political representation can be made for these rural and urban local bodies. That commission is headed by Shri Bhakta Vatsala, who was the retired judge of the High Court. So Honorable Justice Bhakta Vatsala, and the retired IAS officer C.R. Chickmutt is appointed as a member to the commission, and the commission has given a duration of 3 months to study and submit a report to the state government. Then there is one more committee established. That committee is headed by the Honorable Justice K. Ratnakala, who is also the retired judge of the Karnataka High Court. So the committee will ask the another 2 members, that is one is G. Gurupada Swami, who was an engineering expert who has been retired as a Secretary of Water Resource Department, and N. Nandakumar, who was Director, State's Account and Audits Department of Karnataka government. So these 2 persons will be the member of this committee. So what is the commission established for? The commission was established to study or scrutinize the pre-tender scrutiny. So what is this pre-tender scrutiny? So recently various contractors association has made allegations regarding the government of Karnataka, saying that there is a rampant commission mafia going on in the Karnataka state government. So it is becoming difficult for us to allocate the funds, and it will become very difficult to pay 40% commission to the various government organizations in order to execute the works sanctioned under the tender. So the committee, so that the group of contractors has demanded the government to set up a committee, and where it wanted all the tenders which are 25 crores and more to be scrutinized and analyzed properly. But the government has decided to establish committee based on the demand of the associations, and also government has promised them that they will set up a committee look into this pre-tenders aspects, and now the government has fixed the criteria to 50 crores. The tenders which have been allocated worth which are more than 50 crores and more, so it will be scrutinized, and it will be so that the allegations or the any malified intention which they think are happening can be reduced or can be they can be eliminated, and the justice can be met out. So this is the idea with regard to the pre-tender scrutiny committee. It is will be headed by K. Ratnakala, who is the honorable judge, retired judge of the Karnataka High Court. So these are the two committees which the government has set up. Moving on to the next aspect, it is the Jawaharlal Nehru Center for Advanced Scientific Research Center in Bangalore. It is an autonomous institute coming under Department of Space and Technology. So why it has been in news? So it has recently signed an agreement. Okay, it has signed an agreement. That is the patent agreement with the various private firms where it has agreed to transfer a molecule which it has been developed through research and development, so that this molecule is called as TGR63. TGR63, it is considered as a potential drug or a candidate for a potential drug to treat disease dementia. So we know that dementia is a neurological disorder where the cognitive ability of a person decreases because the functions of neuron cells will not be capable to carry out. So the person will be conscious, but he doesn't have any cognitive ability, that is thinking, acting. So these abilities will be deteriorated, and he will become just like a normal person, and he will not remember whatever happened in the past. He will not recognize the persons. That is the major disease which is impacting the age-old persons majorly. So this can happen. If you look at this disease, how it happens, this can be happen due to various reasons. It may be due to the what we call it as due to the accident, due to the impact to the brain, or due to the damage to the neurons or neurological cells. So there is also a aspect such as this dementia is, or the which we related dementia is majorly due to the Alzheimer's. Alzheimer's also same neurological disorder where the neural cells, where the neural cells are affected by amyloid peptide bonds. So by the amyloid peptides, what happens here is they will develop a what we call it as a plaque-like structure. Similarly, what happens to the blocks which during the heart attack, that is in the blood arteries there is a blockage, right? In the same thing, the neural cells will get this amyloid peptide substance which will act as a blockage material, and it will decrease the functioning capability of the neural cells. So by doing that, it will cause decrease, it will cause what we call a decrease in the neurological cells functioning, and hence it leads to decrease in the neurological functioning of the brain. So by this compound or this molecule will help in not producing this peptide, so that the damage to the neural cells can be reduced, and so that it can be better cured. So as of now, there is no proper medicine or treatment with regard to the dementia. So one more agreement they have signed is they have developed a oxygen generator. So it is also called as Oxygeny. The name has been coined. So with this, the major objective of this oxygen generator is it works on a different technology where the air available in the atmosphere can be converted into the medical oxygen. So medical air can be converted to medical oxygen, and it can be used for the treatment of the patients. One more important aspect is it's an off-grid solution. So it can be synthesized without any grid connectivity. So you can take that machine and prepare the oxygen remotely. So it will majorly fulfill the demand of the rural area and remote areas where there is a medical oxygen need. So this is one. If it is achieved, then it can solve one of the major problems that the rural society or the backward area is facing, that is the medical oxygen demand. So if you look at in the COVID time, the medical oxygen has become one of the major input or major life supporting aspect for the COVID affected patients. So this, if this is we achieve a breakthrough, then it is considered one of the biggest things in the medical science, where the medical oxygen can be generated remotely in a more easy, efficient manner. Okay, then it can be used for the treatment of patients, especially in the rural and the remote areas. Then moving on to the next thing. So this is the next is the Solanaceae conference. The Solanaceae conference was happened for the third time. It is organized in Bangalore by Indian Council of Agriculture Research and Indian Institute of Horticultural Research in association with Asia Pacific Seed Association, Bangkok. This conference has been arranged in Bangalore to focus majorly on the nightshade family plants. So the nightshade family plants, which are them play an important role in the nutrition cycle or food cycle, such as the tomato, the eggplant, potato, tobacco, and so on. So these plants play a very important role in the human being's food security cycle or food ecosystem cycle. The major problem that these plants are facing is there is a spread or proliferation of pests and diseases. These plants are victims of various pests and diseases, and it leads to decrease in the output yield or damage to the crop or damage to the seeds, damage to the yield. So this has caused immense damage to the not only to the yield but also to the man's food security cycle or food ecosystem cycle. So in order to prevent this, or in order to evolve different techniques and methodologies to prevent the proliferation of pest and disease, this conference was organized, where they talked about the breeding techniques, the advanced breeding techniques, the how to protect the plant variety, how to use the application of AI application based pest resistance or pest prevention, and using the digital technology, how we can prevent the occurrence of pests or the diseases, so that the output of the crop can be enhanced or encouraged, so that the normal man food ecosystem cycle can be enhanced, and also it can be strengthened so from the present situation. So this was the conference. So you need to remember this. So it is in association with Indian Council of Agriculture Research, IIHR, and Asia Pacific Seed Association, Bangkok. So moving on to the next topic, it is regarded to tomato flu. So recently this tomato flu, it's a fever, and it has been named as tomato fever. So recently this disease has been seen in the Tamil Nadu and the Kerala region. So in Karnataka Kerala border region, this disease has been seen in various peoples. So that's why the Karnataka state government started to take the preventive measures in order to prevent the outbreak of this tomato flu. So we will understand what is this tomato flu. It is a viral disease. So it is a viral disease, and the cause of the host is not known yet how it causes. So the cause of host is not yet known, and it is a contagious disease, means it travels from one person to other person. So the person who gets infected, he should have to be kept in a closed location. He should not interact with any persons. So he should become quarantined, and he should not interact with the other persons. So the various symptoms includes fever, headache, stomach ache, red rashes, weakness of the body, knee pain. So these are the various symptoms of this disease. Why it is called as tomato flu means the skin appears a red rashes which are of tomato like size, and they look like tomatoes. So that's why it is called as tomato flu, and it is majorly infects children of the age group 5 and below. So it is majorly impacts the children. So it is to be seen and there is no proper medicine to treat the disease. All the antiviral medicines which are available now can be used to treat this disease, and there is no particular medicine to treat this disease. And people, doctors and researchers say that it is a post effect of dengue and chikungunya. The one who has infected with dengue and chikungunya, it may be a post affection or post effect or post symptoms of the disease, maybe. So the some of the group says like this. Still we don't know exactly how it happens and all, but it is a viral and contagious disease. So moving on to the next, this is with regard to the tomato flu. So these are the various things which have most important things which have happened in the second week of the May month. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching this video.